All right, welcome in everybody to Tuesday's edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 1 o'clock. So we'll just miss first pitch technically of the baseball game that starts in 4 minutes, but we got you covered with the rest of the MLB slate, both of the Champions Leagues games, and then both of the NBA playing games. We're coming at you live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Make sure to give us a like, retweet, and a follow there. We'll shout out your comments, but the YouTube is the number one spot to be. We can feature all of your comments. You can drop your best bets, your top plays for the day, any questions you want us to get into a line or something that we missed. Definitely let us know there. And as usual, our show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out, DMing them for their weekly or monthly rates. But today's episode, it's a full board. It's a lot to talk about. We'll try to get through it in a half hour. But Sosa, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Did an earlier stream with Friday. Talked a little bit about these playing games. Gave my little thoughts on MVP and all that. But ready for today. Nerfies are at 5-1 on the season. Look to get better on that this year. The Toronto Blue Jays handled business, but they didn't take care of the runs. But we go again today.
What a comeback by the Phils to push that team total that you had.
Bruh. If you got it at 4.5, you got it super juiced. 5 got the push. It is what it is. Again, we're right back on it today.
Yes, sir. So as usual, make sure to give us a like or a subscribe wherever you're tuning in for. It definitely helps us out. But so last night was just a full MLB day. We really can't bullshit for the first 5 minutes of the episode of what we saw. It's kind of where we just got to get into today's action because there's more than enough of it.
Absolutely.
All right, where's the Champions League banner at? Because that's how we'll start it off. Unless, Sosa, do you want to say anything about the 1 p.m. pitch or no?
No, I've nothing.
All right, Champions League time.
No, sorry.
Yeah, golf shirt Rex, but I ain't golfing. Maybe I'll hit the range later today. It's finally nice out. Let's start it off with Bayern Munich and Villarreal. So no one's playing that money line because the Asian handicap or the spread's laying right at that -2, which Bayern needs to win at to force that to get the extra time. So Sosa, do we just take the first half? You can't really take it this time because it's -154. They even juiced the under 1.5, but it got off the flat one like it usually does. So it could be a first half under spot, but you don't know how long Villarreal is going to be able to sit back because they do have a little bit of a cushion, but not that much.
Yeah, it's this one is tricky for me. I'm just going to roll with whatever you have. I have no official plays in this one at all.
No, because the Bayern first half angle is at -154 for the money line. You can't touch that. And with the under 1.5, that's interesting, but I still think there's a scenario where Bayern gets to 2 and they get into the lead and roll. We got, looks like one of our new commenters in here saying he's parlaying.
He's been in there before.
Word. But he's got a nice little parlay for you. Yeah, I'm staying away from the Villarreal Bayern game. Over 3.5 is juiced at -120. Not much to be talking about there. Sosa, you like something in the Real Madrid Chelsea match? Let's hear it.
I'm going with the first half draw on this one. I think that we're obviously going to see a desperate Chelsea team come out here try to give everything they can in order to, either push to extra time or obviously just find a way to advance. I like the first half draw at +135. A lot of people think that Chelsea will probably win the first half. It is the contrarian route at this point, simply because I think everyone believes that we're going to get an ultra offensive game. And then obviously Real Madrid has the ability to really beat you on the counter, which they did multiple times last game. So I'm going to go with Real Madrid parking the bus, Chelsea having a bunch of chances and none of them converting. And if they do, then Real Madrid will match them 1-1 on the scoreline and we'll get out with the first half draw.
Yeah, that's kind of where here we played Real Madrid to advance at even. So we're sitting nice with that 2-goal lead here. For Chelsea to advance, that's sitting at plus 580. So you technically could, if you really just want to make sure you get zero point 0.8 units out of here, you can put 0 0.2 on it. That's your perfect way to hedge out, but I wouldn't recommend it here. We got Roddy saying Madrid under 1.5 goals. I can see that because last time Benzema was gifted one, and the other two he made fantastic plays off of. So that's where, other than that, Real Madrid, they were enticing, and Benzema maybe missed the easiest chance of the match. But here, I kind of like where Roddy's thinking they're going to sit back because that over 2.5 at minus 145 maybe he gets there with a flat 3. I think if you have to play anything in here, you take Chelsea on the pick, but I feel like that is the public angle here because that's the team that needs it more, and I kind of like to fade them on that spot. If he thinks Chelsea gets 2, I mean, their team total is over 1.5 at plus 125, not the best, or plus 160, sorry. If you think Chelsea's going to get 2, that would be a perfect way to get security if you have Real Madrid to advance at a plus 160 price.
Defending European champs, huh?
They got to be able to get 2, but going to get 2 there, I don't know if they can do it.
Also, yeah, like I said, they're going to figure out a way, man. They're going to figure out a way to probably put up a couple of goals. I do think that. I do.
Do you think Chelsea gets 2 as well?
I think they. I mean,
you're on the first half draw, so that's kind of where you think it's going to be slow in the
it could
first
be
half.
1-1.
And that's kind of where I don't want to rely on 2 late ones from Chelsea.
It could be 1-1. Just saying, you know. I don't think Chelsea goes through. Obviously, I do think that you're going to get a team that's highly motivated to empty the tank.
All right, I think I've been twisted enough. I'll rock the Chelsea over 1.5 at plus 160 to double it up here and to give myself some security.
Let's go.
All right, MLB time, Sosa. Are you going to give them a nerfy off the bat, or are you going to tease them a little bit?
We can start with now we're going to go to the Oakland versus Oakland at Tampa Bay Rays, 6:41 start today. And we are going to take the Tampa Bay Rays on the run line to bounce back from last night's just absolutely putrid performance. They were absolutely horrendous. They got blitzed from the beginning. They were down 8-0 before before they even recorded 3 outs. It was bad. I think that's a perfect bounce back spot for Tampa Bay. Obviously, we're not putting any stock in the Oakland Athletics. We expect them to be pretty terrible, but they are going to have spots like last night and the one game against the Phillies where, they perform well offensively, regardless of who you throw out there from the bullpen. Also, the Rays did a really smart job of just not using any actual arms they needed. They have everybody available. I like the Tampa Bay Rays on the run line at plus 105. If you're scared about the late in games, I wouldn't be. They have a very solid bullpen. And it's a perfect bounce back spot. Also, I have to correct myself. Julio Rodriguez, while he is going to be really good, Wander Franco is that guy. Right now, he could be the best player in the game at this particular second. He has been amazing for Tampa Bay, and I apologize for questioning whether him or Rodriguez are even in the same stratosphere. Right now, they're not. Wander Franco is fully clear of him.
So I've got a potential look for the 4 o'clock game, and it's also, we can include the series price here since it's the start of a new one. So the series price, since there's 3 games, obviously if you're a new MLB bettor, you only have to get 2 wins. The Mariners are sitting at plus 130 on the series price. And that's kind of tempted my name, especially when the White Sox are throwing out Vince Velasquez, baby. Who the hell fucking knows what's going to go on with his starts? Because he's had a few 9K gems, but he also has had games where he can't make it out of the first. Sosa has alluded to, I think he's someone who's going to have an ultra short leash. The Thursday pitchers haven't been announced for this, but tomorrow's pitchers for the games as of right now are Robbie Ray and Dallas Keuchel. So instead of taking the Mariners money line today, I'm just going to take the Mariners series price. That's the first one we've ever did here at plus 130. So I think the Mariners are going to win this series.
Let's get it, man. I'm rolling with you as well. This Mariners team's played well. They just haven't gotten offensive production that they feel like that we expect yet, and that'll come. The weather's played a part too, so I like it. In the next play that I have is the first Nerfy of the night, and it's going to come in the Toronto Blue Jays and New York Yankees game. I like it's at plus 105 right now. Yankees are marching out Nestor Cortez, and it's Yusei Kikuchi, who pitched for Seattle last year. I like Kikuchi to get me 3 outs, and I like Cortez to get me 3 outs. It's going to be another game where you get scoring immediately in the second inning. You saw it last night in the San Diego game. We got our 6 outs, and then immediately scoring in the second inning. So the first Nerfy I'm on today is plus 105, Yankees, Blue Jays. And I have one more.
Man, how do we not run back the Rays money line again here? It's a tough one not to, in my opinion.
The Rays?
Yeah.
Jays.
Yeah, Jays. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. I mean, I like it at plus 106, but again, I have to see Kikuchi's like performance as throughout the game. The Yankees also hit pretty well against lefties, so I would be, I'm just gonna. I like him to just get us out of the first, and let's cast that, and then maybe a live spot for sure, depending on how much Cortez can actually get him. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how much he's going to actually be able to get you in the game, either starting pitcher.
All right, so 2 of our pitchers that we like to fade, we got to get to these 2 games next. Are you going to back Atlanta? As Roddy says, are they going to finally cover a run line? Or the Braves? Are the Braves going to, because Corbin's on the mound for Washington tonight, correct?
Yes. Tonight we're going to go with the Atlanta Braves total runs over 5 at minus 102. You look at his 5 runs, they got stifled last night. The lineup's just the perfect person to see is Patrick Corbin when you need your lineup to start to sizzle a little bit. Atlanta at the crib, give me Atlanta over 5 runs at minus 102. That's the
They're
play.
Still champagne drunk. Not a bad one there.
Yeah, it's a distinct possibility.
So Sosa, you probably know where I'm going with for the next one then.
You're going to the Phillies, aren't you?
No. I've yet to give out a Phil's play yet, man.
Well, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm like, when's he?
Oh, my book's giving me issues, but we got Yu Darvish on the road again tonight. Came through in the last spot. I'm trying to pull up the team total for the Giants, so if you can grab it as well. That's where I'm going to be having my second or third play of the show, second in the MLB.
It's over 4.5, I would think. Let me get it. San Francisco over 3.5 at minus 118. So you're getting extremely low number at a good price.
Yeah, I got minus 115 on my book, so that's why I'll be rocking with over 3.5 for the Giants. Minus 115. If you know you on the road, you already know. Sosa, What's next?
I have one more Nerfy tonight, and it comes in the Phillies-Mets game. Zach Wheeler and Gill. I think both of them. Again, I'm just looking for you to get me 3 outs. I like their stuff against the top of the lineup. That's usually how I cap it personally. McGill, wasn't amazing and wasn't great in his opening start, but at the end of the day, I'm rocking with both starting pitchers to be able to get me 3 outs. No runs first inning, Mets, Phillies, and minus 105. And
I'm surprised you didn't have anything for the Dodgers facing Chris Archer tonight.
See, I don't know how long. I don't know how much leeway they're going to give him as a pitcher. We have not performed well and I want to take our team total at over 5. But I'm gonna wait. I will go with Trey Turner to get me 2 hits though. That is the only I love that prop. Trey Turner to get me 2 hits. I should be is at plus 160. Trey Turner 2 hits plus 160. He'll get them. No stolen bases yet. Still gotta wait. Still gotta wait for that one. Castellanos hit the ball hard a couple times last night, but only got us 1 total base. So
yeah, there's not much else out there that I'm liking today because I think we gotta get into the NBA playing to wrap up the show.
Yes, sir.
We do got 2 guests joining us this week. One's going to be on Thursday, and one's going to be on Saturday to talk the NBA with us. So make sure you set those reminders on your calendars to be tapping in with us then. But so let's just start it off with the 7 o'clock game, the Cavs and the Nets. 9.5. Do we just have to take the dog line here? Or is this finally where the Nets show up? I've seen that the refs, they got the Foster there, I believe, correct?
Uh-huh.
So that's just where, is it secured that the Nets go through or what? Tell me what's the tinfoil hat theory here?
I want to take the 9, but it's a one-off game with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving against a team that hasn't really been tested in this sort of scenario ever. You gotta, I mean, knowledge, your past knowledge would tell you back KD and Kyrie. That's without looking at a single analytic or a single stat. Obviously, we know defensively they're a floor mat. You can easily get to the rim against them. You can score. But when you have dynamic talent that's all-time great, they find ways to get you through. Now, 9.5 is very disrespectful. I would lean towards taking the 9.5. But again, inexperience and the ability to stop the bleeding when you got 2 superstars, it's tough for me. I lean. I like a lot of props, and I lean under in this particular game.
What are the props that you're eyeing up?
I like KD 35 plus at plus 138. I like Kyrie at 30 plus, and that's at plus money as well. I just think superstars are superstars. This is what they're supposed to do. Yeah, that's really it. It's you, and then I also like Darius Garland. Kyrie to score 30 right now is at plus 110. I like both of those, and I like Darius Garland to get a double-double. I like him to be able to get 10 assists against this defense. We're going to see KD for 40-plus minutes tonight. We're going to see Kyrie for 40-plus minutes tonight.
You want to hear one of the grossest plays, and I can't believe I'm contemplating playing it in the playoffs? I kind of like Karis LeVert over 17.5 points. Back in Brooklyn, nice low revenge spot.
Yeah, it's
was it Brown? It's going to be probably covering him, so it's not like he's getting the slouch on defense, which is like the one part. I'll rock Karis LeVert over 17.5 points for his redemption play here.
Let's get it.
His over in 1.5 threes is plus 110. If you kind of want a different alternate route at plus money, but I'm just going to rock to 17.5 points.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off it. I think he can definitely get straight to the rim against this team on the offensive end.
Drummond double-double?
I see a lot of people on that. It's the trendy play right now. I'm not giving that. It's not official for me. I'm probably not going to bet it. It's too trendy of a play. Also, I think this is an opportunity for Evan Mobley to really assert himself as a star. It's games like this where people are going to judge you.
So one of the first things we said about this Cavs team after 10 games into the season was, and the trend of they're going to make the playoffs is, how is this 3 big lineup going to fare in the playoffs? We thought in a 7-game series, a coach should easily be able to out-scheme it, especially if you're the higher seed here. Now in a one-off game with Steve Nash at the helm, wouldn't surprise me, but I just think that, to your point, Mobley should be able to go there because the Nets can't really stop bigs that well either.
Also, so missing Jared Allen is huge. What he gives you defensively. Nothing trendy. I hear you, but like I said, a lot of people believe that interior wise, Cleveland does suffer as far without Jared Allen. There's no.
You don't think the K-Love experience can make up for it, even though he can't move at all?
No.
He just put up 39 on Sunday, though. He's hot at the right time.
Yeah, but no, I don't. Like I said,
I'm trying to get you to slander K-Love, and you won't do it. What,
I'm
is
a
he nice
Kevin
to you or
Love-
something, man?
I'm a Kevin Love guy. I'm a fan. I like
Why,
Kevin.
UCLA?
Yeah, I'm a Russ guy too. I mean, they were college teammates. They came in the league together. So
They played at the Wells Fargo Center the first round game. Fun fact, back in like 08. But anything else before we get into the night one?
Nah, that's really
Boston Tigers Nerfy came through. Congrats to our man Ronnie D for cashing early to start the day.
That's what's up, guy.
All right. Let's get to the one, Sosa, that I think you and I might be on opposite sides of.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like soft cat and the Wolves tonight?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I like the Wolves guards.
Listen, y'all can say what you want. I love Ty Lue. I think he's a great basketball coach. Top 3, no question, in the NBA. I just, at Target Center, at the crib, team's never been there before, I know. But I just like Minnesota at the crib tonight to handle business. I think that they can outpace them. I think they can run them out the gym. Even with Paul George in the lineup, I think Minnesota can run them out the gym. I got them -2. If the line, I don't know. I don't think the line has changed.
No, some books have a 3.
It's 3. I got them at -2. So yesterday, I believe. Like I said, I believe in this Minnesota team. You know, Ant Edwards is my guy. I think Ant and Karl Anthony Towns, they want to shut a lot of people up. Yeah, I'm rocking with Minnesota tonight. -3, -2. I think they probably.
I think Chuck's trying to call you out for a $50 bet here.
Bet it
with you.
He got my number. Bet it.
Soft cat. I mean, didn't Ben Simmons put him in a headlock once?
Hey man, listen. He's from Jersey. I'm rocking with him. I'm rocking with them tonight, man. Like I said, I love Ty Lue. And I love Paul George. They didn't really play anybody down the stretch. Maybe they're in rhythm now, if that works. But they didn't really play like since he's come back. They haven't really played any teams that were extremely good or competitive. So I like Minnesota tonight. One-off situation. I know people have this perception of Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns. They both have a lot to prove. Yeah, and I think Edwards baller. So that what is he going to do? He going to ball, and that'll be that. That's my expectation. I think Karl Anthony Towns will probably go for 30, and Minnesota's going to win. I mean, who can guard him? And it's are you betting on him for the money? Yes, for the money. Yes. Today I gotta rock with Minnesota. That's just where I'm at with it. Chris Finch just got an extension yesterday. You can't get bigger checks and then go lose. Come on. Minnesota. Clippers will still make the playoffs, though.
All right, yeah, so you still got them there. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't hear the TWolves first half over spot.
All right. And like I said, I know people, like you see what Chuck just said. You're right. One-off game. Just like you believe that superstars are going to be superstars, I think that's the case. I like Cat to go over his points.
You want to hear the wildest bet in show history probably so far today? Not wildest, but the most obscure.
What are we betting?
Clippers, fourth quarter, money line, plus 103.
Pre-game.
Yep, pre-game.
We're betting the fourth quarter. Let's get it. Okay.
Well, the Clippers, their average scoring margin, especially as of late, you've seen them. They're the team that came back from 31. I mean, their average winning margin of the fourth quarter is the third in the NBA. In Minnesota, they ranked 25 out 30 teams. So that's where I think, to what you're saying, I think Minnesota is going to get up early. I think Minnesota does win, but for some reason, I do think the Clips cover the +3 to ruin a lot of money. And Vegas has a good night to start it off. But that's why I think the Clips are probably down 10 going into the fourth, and it's just the way I'm projecting out the game. So I'm hoping to get early nice money on that money line.
I love that you said that, because I totally agree they'll win the fourth quarter, because they'll be getting clapped so bad. Ty Lue's going to have to take his starters out. Minnesota's going to smack them tonight, man. I really feel that way, and I could be discounting Ty Lue, but I don't think it's going to be close. I think Clippers lose tonight and they win the next game, but not tonight.
I think the Pels stand a chance against both of them.
Is Zion playing? If Zion's not playing, I don't know. It would, yeah.
I mean, it's the best money grab there's ever been, and hopefully, I don't know. It kind of, I guess, too many thoughts on it. Sosa, do you want to talk about the MVP? People were shouting it out earlier. Do you just want to end up the show on a good note and recap the spots that we have for the day?
I love basketball. I'm a fan of the sport. Nikola Jokic is an amazing basketball player. He's in a situation where he's a great distributor of the basketball, rebounds at a high clip, can score in the post, can shoot. Not taking anything away from him. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. I'm fully aware that Michael Porter Jr. broke his back again, and Jamal Murray didn't play. He's got a torn ACL. That's a big deal. Very big deal. I mean, Ben Simmons checked out, didn't even show up to training camp. No one noticed. You know why no one noticed? Because Joel Embiid was just that good. His second best player this season, prior to James Harden showing up for 20 fucking games, was a dude who could barely buy a beer. I don't understand why I have to deal with like metrics and advance this, or I know what I see. There's no one more dominant in the game of basketball than Joel Embiid. You guys could make way of value. 6 seed, top 3 seed all year. Obviously, we fell to 4, but semantics. I'm not. I don't because I don't want people to, because people think because I don't think that Jokic is MVP that I don't like him. That's not true at all. Right, exactly. That's me. That boy, nice, man. I don't care about advanced field goal percentage or true shooting. You keep that bullshit to yourself. I don't want to know none about. I don't care about that shit. So, yeah, 3 more wins, big deal. Yeah, it is a big deal. Like, this the difference between home court?
Big difference. I mean, I kind of like what Goose said, though. Be honest, but there's MVP fatigue there.
Yep, he's entered that realm where like he would just have to be like even more amazing. Giannis got my MVP. Well, I couldn't fault you guys for voting for him. Like he's just a machine, continues ticking. So yeah, no knock against Jokic. I just think that Embiid's the MVP.
I mean, all 3, I think, have different arguments on why they should be it. It's at the end of the day, and it's the one reason why the MVP race will never give the exact reason of why it's going to be given out. It's so it can have this obscurity, it can have this drama, because if you give it to the most wins, then it probably goes to Giannis. If you give it to the scoring champ, it goes to Embiid, and if you give it to stat analytic numbers, it probably goes to Jokic. Like, it's kind of just what do you have, and wins is the one I think it goes to the most, and who has the biggest impact. And I think Embiid had it the most. I mean, you can have the idea with Murray and the comparison of both of them were the solo big man on a team carrying a squad that isn't really great NBA rosters whatsoever.
Should be Westbrook. Come on, man. What Steve Stevens said. But he has flips and fumbles to the ground too much for me.
Yeah, I'm getting it back here. Giannis, best player this year. Raps over. I mean, it's going to go 7 games. I can already tell you
No,
that.
Sixers in 5 or 6. Y'all need to cut that bullshit out.
It's going 7, man.
5 or 6. We fuck Toronto. I'm just kidding. I love the city of Toronto. Fuck the Raptors. Should be Westbrook. Come on, man. But yeah, as far as we're not going to get into that Sixers series until probably the weekend when
Thursday. We'll probably get into it a little bit Thursday, and I hope our main man Ryan's still on because we're getting a Nuggets guest on for Thursday as well. So we can talk about that. We can talk about Bones. We're going to talk about playoff bracket, who we think are going to win. It's kind of going to be like the teaser, a nice little preview of our initial thoughts of it. Quick reactions to Wednesday after it almost being solidified.
Raps over Phil. Who's Phil?
Other than that, I'm on the Chelsea, or I have Real Madrid to advance from last week at even. Then I got the Chelsea team total over 1.5 at plus 160 as a nice little middle play there. Rocking the Mariners on the series price. The first time we were doing that at plus 130. I got the Giants team total over 3.5 at minus 115. Karis LeVert over 17.5. And then Clips fourth quarter money line plus 103. Damn, nice little laundry list for Tuesday.
I'm going to run mine back. I got first half draw in the Real Madrid-Chelsea match. Kevin Durant to score 35 at plus 146. Darius Garland to have a double-double at plus 120. The Tampa Bay Rays on the run line at plus 105. No runs first inning in the Yankee-Blue Jay game at plus 105. And no runs first inning in the in the Mets-Phillies game at minus 105. I also, what else I said? Cat over 26.5 and 30 plus. And of course, Minnesota to win at -2. When I got them -3, I like them as well.
Yes, sir. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. You already know we're going to be back at it live tomorrow for the next round of the playing games, MLB Champions League as well. We got you covered. The #1 spot on YouTube. Shout out to all of our fans. Yeah, we're going to Chelsea over 1.5 as a nice little middle spot. Catch you live tomorrow.
Fuck